Hello everyone, this is Monica from Unique Designs by Monica, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create your own Halloween icons or Halloween embellishment part 2. If you have missed part 1, feel free to click the link below and let's get started. We're going to start with a blank canvas, and we're going to start with the witch's hat. And what I need is a circle, triangle, and a square. I'm going to be using nothing more than just basic shapes to get all of the images that you just saw a few moments ago. So for the bases, I'm just making an oval. Now you can make this as wide or as short as you want. For me, I think that looks pretty good right there. I'm going to grab the triangle, and I'm going to size this to how I want. That looks pretty good. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to grab my square, take it off the lock, and I'm going to make myself a little hat band. Let's see, I'm going to make that a little smaller. Okay, and I'm going to slice. Okay, now I can remove all the unwanted. And I believe I'm going to change this color. Let's see, what was my last one? It was purple, so let's do green this time around. All right. Just going to match that up. There we go. Now I'm going to put a little flare to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little flower for my hat. Just make it a little different. And how I may make my flowers, I'm just going to grab a circle and turn it into an oval. Duplicate it. I'm going to have it align horizontally and vertically. Actually, I should probably have done that at least 3 times or so. Just one more time. Okay. Now I'm going to horizontally and vertically. Okay, I'm going to grab the first one and tilt it. Grab the second one, tilt it even more. Do I have one more? Yeah, I do. You know, I don't think I need the last one. Oh, I guess I put more than I needed to. Now you can make this as intricate as you want. You can have, I shouldn't have moved that. There we go. I keep resizing it. I'm not trying to resize it. There we go. That's how I want it to look. Select everything and weld. Alright, and that's the basis of our flower. I'm going to change the color to an orange. And then put a little circle right in the middle. Like so. Let's turn it yellow. Yeah, that looks good. And there we go. That's our little Halloween witch's hat. Next, I'm going to be making a cauldron. And for that, I'm going to need a couple of circles, actually. Alrighty. So I want my cauldron to be a little more oval. So I'm going to just stretch it out just a little bit. I took it off the lock and I'm just stretching it out to the width that I want. And then I'm just going to shorten my little legs here. I guess I really didn't need this one. There we go. And right there. And just to make sure that they are pretty even, I'm going to go do horizontally. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to select everything and weld. Not too shabby. All right. Let me get my square tool here. And I'm going to elongate it. I'm going to slice this off. And right now it's kind of looking like an upside down bear cap or little bear hat. So let's slice this down. Okay, I don't need anything else. None of that. And here's our cauldron. Now you can make it a little shorter if you want. I think I'm going to do that. There we go. That looks better. That looks a lot better. But we're not done yet. We need to put a little bit more embellishments on this. We're going to get ourselves a square. We're going to elongate this. Now you can have it go like that, but I think I want to give it a little bit more of a rounded feel on the edge. So I'm going to grab myself a circle and I'm going to try to meet these two together. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay, that's just a smidge. There we go. Let's do the same for the other side. Good. See if we can have these meet up. Yeah, okay. Weld. Perfect. Let's move right back out. And put that right on top. This would make a great bathtub. I mean, one of those timey bathtubs. That's what it reminds me. Now I'm going to duplicate this section right here and then weld this. And the main reason why I like to do that, if you're working with paper and this is going to be an embellishment, it's always good to have a little depth of like a 3D by putting little pop dots behind this particular one right here. Or you can either change it, colors. So if you did want to turn it into a bathtub, you can always change the rim just slightly different, just like that. But since it's going to be a cauldron, let's go with black. And let's turn the rim just slightly gray. There we go. All right, we need a fire for this cauldron because otherwise it just looks like an empty black bathtub. So I'm going to get myself a heart and a circle. And this is going to be the basis of our flame because I'm going to make it look like a teardrop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get it from edge to edge. I'm going to take it off the lock again. There we go. And weld. Now it looks like a teardrop. I'm going to turn it upside down. Duplicate this. And let's change the colors. One to orange and the other one yellow. There we go. And now we have our flame. So let's see. Let's make 3. Like so. Okay. And there we go. We have our flame. Not too bad. Alrighty. But we're not done still. Since we have a flame, we kind of want to make sure there's something bubbling inside that cauldron. So we're just going to get some circles and we're going to adjust them to different sizes. Make some of them big, some of them tiny. Just like that. Put one on the bottom. Some on the top, just like this. Put that to the side here. Maybe one more right here. And weld. All right, what was the color of our old one? It was green, so let's make this one purple. Move it to the side and move it back. Now you can add more or you can just elongate this just ever so slightly like that. And don't forget to add more bubbles. And just change the size so it looks like it's coming out of the cauldron. Just like that. Let's turn this into purple. There we go. Now we're done with our cauldron. Move that to the side right here. Now I'm going to teach you two different ways to do a broomstick. Now I only showed one right here, but as I was doing this before I actually finished, I was like, you know what? What if somebody didn't want an actual broomstick, like the witch's broomstick, but actual a broom? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you both. I'm going to show you one with a square and a circle, and a circle and a star. Circle and a star is going to go right here, and broomstick. So I'm going to align these together, and they always seem to be the same width. You just need to adjust them, or you can get some help. There we go. It still looks like it's, there we go, much better. Let's weld. Perfect. That's the bottom of our first broom, and let's do the second. Alrighty. And weld. Kind of looks like a little chick. Beep, 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 beep. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to be turning this one into a broom. Alright. Now, to save you some time, since you already have done it once, just copy and paste. Copy and paste. Let's change the color to these as brown. And if you want, if you don't like how thick it looks, you can always make it thinner. I think I like it thinner, so that's how it's going to stay. So this is for the first one. Now you could even easily make a shovel if you want for Christmas, but since we're making a broomstick, maybe a little thicker might work for this. There we go. We're not done with this yet first. We need to make a little band. Change the color of this to a more broomy color. There you go, that looks better. And get a square so we can make another band. I want to say belly band, but it's not really a belly. It's not even the belly of the broom. Alright, so let's slice this. Oh, I kind of hit weld. That was unexpected. Let's try this again. Slice. And there we go. That is the size of our broom band. Let's make the color of it brown. There we go. Let's do the same for this. I actually kind of like the thinner one for this particular broom. And let's change the color to this as well. Oh, not yellow. There we go, yellow. And let's make this, do the same thing we did for that one. But for this one, I just wanted it a little thinner. Like so. Let's slice this. And I don't need anything else. And turn it brown. There we go. Now we have two different types of broom that you can make for Halloween. Just make them a little tinier. There we go. Now we're going to do a candle. You can't very well have witches without candles. So let's do a polygon. Grab ourselves a polygon, and let's see here. We're going to need a square. Pardon me. It seems like I have something stuck in my throat today. Hopefully I'm not coming down with anything. That would be very bad. Okay. So I'm going to grab one of these squares that I just duplicated, unlock it. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this portion right here. Slice. Take that away. Ungroup it. And we're going to make this nice and thin. Almost like a little saucer. That's going to be the basis of our candle. Now we're going to need to make our candle itself. There we go. And let's move that back. And also change the color to white. You can have this as red, green, orange. You can use this for Christmas. This particular SVG right here that you're creating is very versatile. You can use it for quite a few holidays actually. Let's duplicate this and make the wick. There we go. And change the color to black. And let's move this back. And since we already made our flame, all we have to do is copy. All right, but we're not done yet. We need to give it a little bit of melting now to make it look like it's been melting for a while. So since we've already have the flame, I'm going to use the same image right here. Turn it upside down and then adjust it like so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right here so you can see where it's going to go. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to highlight all of these and then weld. And then change the color to a slightly darker white, which is gray. But we're not done as of yet. We also need the little handle that goes with the candle. Can't really have a witch holding a candle without a little holder. So let's see here. I'm going to grab my heart. And we're going to duplicate this. Oh, something happened with my... Oh, there we go. That was strange. It seemed like my mouse disconnected for just a second. I've been having a lot of problems with my mouse lately. Not entirely sure why. All right, let's slice this. And we don't need any of this. Let's duplicate this. And what you want is to reduce the size of it. And you need to leave a little bit of what you call it, space here and here. And I'll tell you why. If we're going to be doing the cat also, so you kind of need a little space. But if it's just for the candle, the bottom doesn't really matter, but the top portion really does. So let's fidget with this just a little bit, like so, and let's slice. All right, perfect. Now let me duplicate this because we're going to be using this a little later. Putting that right there. And for this, I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to adjust this ever so slightly. And then attach this to the base of my image. There we go. There we have a nice little candle holder. I mean, I can see this particular candle, this candle right here, for Christmas. You can do it for a wedding. I mean, you don't really need the little handle for like a wedding card. That would be kind of cute. Alrighty, let's do a ghost. Now, the ghost would have probably worked better for my first video since I had a graveyard. I had like tombstones. I had all sorts of death-related icons for for Halloween, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but now I am. So let's make a small little ghost. I'll link the description below that tutorial so you don't miss it. So let's get ourselves a little circle, and we're going to use some triangles for the bottom of our ghost. Alrighty. There we go. Let's make this a little bigger. There we go. And this a little smaller. And what we're trying to do is I'm going to try to make this end right here. This is the end of my ghost. This is my end and this is my end. And this is going to be the middle. And what I'm trying to do is give a little bit of jaggedness to the bottom. Let me just make sure that these points are meeting. This point is meeting and this point is meeting. And I'm going to weld. There we go. There's our ghost. Let's change the color of it. Ta-da! All right. I'm gonna make this slightly bigger. And now let's do the face. And what we need is 2 circles. Let's take off the lock and turn this into a nice little oval shape, just like that. And that's going to be the mouth. This is going to be the eyes, so all I need is a square. And let's make this a little bigger. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to tilt this slightly, like that. Select both of these and then slice. All right, I don't need this, but I do need this. Let's flip this horizontally. That's the first eye of our ghost. Here's the second. There we go. Ooh. Now, last but not least, let's create a cat. And we need a lot of circles for this. We need 1, 2, 3, a heart, and that's about it. Actually, we don't need the heart since we already made the tail right here. We would have done the same process as we did for the candle. We would have gotten this tail right here. So let's do the head. Like so. Unlock that and elongate it. And that's going to be our body. Oh, I lied. We do still need the heart. And this particular one, I'm going to make it itty bitty. I'm going to put it together like so. Oh, I grabbed my ghost and said, duplicate this. And then I'm going to attach all 4 of them together. And that's going to be the front right there. And here's our heart. Since a little too big. Okay, and let's move it back. There we go. That's the back legs of our cat. And since we already have our tail, we just need to adjust it to the size that we want. And I think I'm going to attach this to the body of our cat. And the reason is that you can hide it with the feet if you need to, if there's anything sticking out. There, right there. I'm going to weld this. Bring the head forward. All right, all we need to do, and bring the feet forward. It looks like they were brought forward also. There we go. And you see how you can see this little line right here? We can always cover it up with the feet. Oh, I need to make that a little bit bigger. So you can cover the bottom and the top. Alrighty, now we need to do is get, hopefully I didn't mute myself again. Alright. And all we need now is triangles. Okay. Size these. Maybe a little more. Duplicate it and then flip. Okay. Select all the images for the face and weld. There we go. And since we already have the little mouth here, I'm going to duplicate that and then change the color to white. Change the lock so I can make it a little wider. There we go. Now for the eyes, you can use the same eyes if you want, but if you want them to be a little bit more whimsical, all you need is to do is grab a circle, duplicate it again, give yourself a little crest like that, select both of these images and then slice. You don't need this one or this one. You do need this one, however, so let's change the color to that. We're going to unlock it and then adjust it to the size that we want. It's a little too big. There we go. And you've just completed several SVGs on your Cricut design space. If you like what you saw, feel free to hit that like button. I post every Wednesdays and Saturdays, so if you don't want to miss a video, click that subscribe button. I post every Wednesday and Saturday. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. Bye now.